duty.
I'm
For
seeing
the
you since morning. You were there.
sir, sir, I was there appearing there, sir. Basically, there is only one officer in the state government to look after both portfolios. There is a portfolio of Chief Electrical Inspector and the Collector of Electricity Duty. Please allow me to share my screen, sir.
Please.
So, sir, being head of the department with the CICD department, which falls under the state government of Gujarat in the Energy and Petrochemicals department, basically, there are two functions entrusted to me. One is Chief Electrical Inspector. It covers the main area related to electrical safety, ensuring electrical safety in the state. And being the Chief Electrical Inspector, side by side, we are looking after two more verticals. One is licensing of lifts and escalators. Another is issuing permits for wiremen and supervisor who are working for electrical installations. As a head of the department as a collector of electricity duty, we are administering the law of electricity duty in the state, sir. So this Gujarat Electricity Duty Act 1958 is in place in the state. This is a sorry, sir. I just would like to inform about what we have done for making all the services online. We have made electrical installation permissions facility online. Then we have made lift licensing also online, and then we issue the permits for wireman supervisor also online. All these services we have made them starting from 2017 October to February 2005. One most important service, that is electricity duty exemption. I'll focus on that, sir. So as per the Gujarat Electricity Duty Act 1958, it is a state act to levy and recover electricity duty on consumption of electricity. Sir, whatever electricity is consumed in the state, electricity duty is levied on such consumption. So this electricity duty is levied at different rates based on the nature of consumption. Rates are different for residential, rates are different for industrial, rates are different for commercial, etc. There are further two subcategories that ED electricity duty is levied at under the different schedule to the act for self-generated electricity and supplied electricity. So electricity supplied by the distribution licensee is levied ad valorem on the consumption charges in the electricity bills itself. And whatever is consumed through self-generation, those consumers have to make payment of electricity duty to the government directly. Electricity duty levied by the distribution companies in their electricity bills is transferred to the government every month. There are certain consumptions which have been made exception in the Electricity Duty Act. So one of such exception is electricity duty is not leviable for 5 years on energy consumed by new industrial undertaking and its additional industrial unit. So the intent of the statute is to promote industry, to encourage industry, and to extend help and support to the new industries in the initial phase by way of reduced electricity bill because of such exemption to help them in having working capital needs. So these exemptions, sir, is not available automatically. One has to apply in the prescribed format to the Office of the Collector of Electricity Duty with all the relevant documents. And such applications are scrutinized by the office, and those who are meeting with the criteria are given exemption subject to condition for a maximum period of 5 years. So the conditions are like that. One has to, if one applies within 90 days from the date of commencement of production, then he gets exemption for full 5 years. If he applies beyond 90 days, then the exemption would be reduced for that much period. So that is how we have been doing. Now, sir, having this Electricity Duty Act in place, government is receiving substantial tax revenue by way of electricity duty. So here are the statistics of last 5 years, sir.
But I would request you to tell us the project.
Sir. All right, sir. I'm coming to that, sir.
Your project.
Yes, sir. So mostly for exemption, we have been receiving on an average 2,500 files every year, and we are giving benefit of around 700 crore rupees annually. Sir, old process, as I explained, it was physical process. File was received in the registry, inward number was given. Then a clerk would organize the file. He will check all the documents are there. He will submit to the higher ups. It would be scrutinized. Query would be referred back. Then it will again come back. It will go to the next higher up. If there is again query, again it will go to the backward. And this is how all the process was. Entire process was related depending upon the physical movement of the documents. So what we have done is, sir, we have changed it to the automation process by way of making it digital and online. So, sir, having this ED exemption application online, applicant can from his doorstep go to the website. He can fill the application. He fills the details in the form, and the form e-prescribe form will automatically be filled up. Then he has to take a printout of that form. Then he signs that form. Since it is a statutory and it results into financial benefit, so we take a declaration by getting his hard signature, and then it is uploaded that whatever is mentioned in this form is true and correct to his knowledge and beliefs. Then, sir, the most important and innovative feature in this portal is the system would analyze the details submitted by the applicant, and if the criteria prescribed in the law are met, the logic has been aligned that way. So if the criteria are met, by clicking of the button, a system generated certificate would be delivered, exemption certificate. Then it comes to the portal, and department immediately looks into it, and within 24 hours that certificate is sent through email to the concerned distribution company or distribution licensee, who will start giving benefit to the new industrial unit. Because in the initial stage, if such exemption is given after 8 or 10 months or more than 6 months, which was happening earlier, so it really defeats the purpose of giving benefit to the new industrial units. So we have got a
45 to 90 days.
Yes, sir.
What is this?
Sir. Now, earlier turnout time was, sir, 6 to 8 months, which has now been reduced to 45 to 90 days per file, sir, per application. So earlier
While it still is quite high, you know, and 90
Sir.
days for giving exemption when
Sir.
everything is online.
Sir, actually, if the applicant's data criteria are met, he receives the certificate immediately. But sir, it is ultimately it is related to the revenue foregone by the government. So the application is required to be reviewed subsequently. Even if he has been given the benefit certificate, his benefit is also started accruing, but the entire application is reviewed. So to see that undue benefit is not taken by any applicant.
At what stage that is reviewed?
Immediately once the application is received, there are two aspects, two possibilities. If the applicant is meeting all the criteria, he will receive the system generated certificate. Correct. Now the process would continue. Even if he has got a system generated certificate, even if it is not, but the process remains the same, or each and every application is scrutinized. And the scrutiny is completed, and we should see that it is completed between 45 to 90 days. And subsequently, we are planning to reach to bring it down to 30 days time, sir.
Okay, later on I'll read.
Yes, sir. So, sir, this best-in-class functionality, according to us, benefit both the applicant and the office. It has made the process more efficient from the office point of view. People get rid of the hassle of moving the files, binding the files, preparing the files, manual writing the things on the files, etc. We can have a better monitoring of the people during what time they are processing the file, whether they are processing the file in the FIFO buffer or not. So inherent human weaknesses are avoided by and large. Then it is cost effective also and manpower efficient also, because practically it is paperless. There is no need to submit anything in paper. Earlier, people used to come to the office to verify what is the status of my application, and then they used to travel to and fro. That is also avoided now. And earlier, when certificates were sent through post, there were postal delays. There were delays. Sometimes the certificates might not be delivered. And so now the things are online. So by clicking a button, certificate is available. And those certificates are, validation is also there, sir. So distribution company or any third person can validate the certificate. So that is how the services and delivery have improved. Quality of this services has improved, sir. Then as far as applicants or consumers are concerned, then the system being transparent, low cost and quick result delivering, it is beneficial to them. Then every turnout time has also reduced. It is, as I said, it is paperless, faceless, digital first, fully green process. So that's how they are also benefited. That this system has been, our application has been integrated for payment gateway also. Those who are having their own DG sets, they can make payment directly to our payment gateway. SMS is also delivered, giving the notification. Email integration is also there, sir. We have got one IFP in Gujarat in investor facilitation portal. As such, presently it is not there in that single window system, but we are planning to move it to integrate with investor facilitation portal as well, sir. And all the documents are digitally signed, sir. The certificates are digitally signed. Even the system generated certificates are also digitally signed by the machine. Sir, we give our details of every successful applications at the end of the month to the team who is running CM dashboard, and we give them details of email address, phone number, etc. And they contact the applicants about their experience. However, till date we have not heard anything adverse from the team, sir. This is the performance, sir. Till now, we have initiated this application on 21st November 2019. Till by now, we have received 3,600 applications, and out of them, 3,300 have been decisioned. So less than 300 applications are pending now. Earlier, this pendency was, sir, 2,500, because in the era of physical, yes, you had asked one question, sir, in between. I would like to address it right now. Why so much pendency? Earlier, sir, being a new industrialist, one would be busy with setting up its project and industry, and he would simply apply to the department that, okay, this benefit is available to me. He would apply. Then we used to send him query. Then he would not give it a priority because he must be busy with settling down with the quality of product, market, finance, and all that. So applications were lying pending with our office. So such pendency was going on and on and on. Then we made one more attempt, sir, in the year 2010. We amended the rule and we stated that any query sent to the applicant and received by the applicant at a particular date, he has to reply within 30 days, failing which the application will be deemed to be closed. So that was has been done, and it is implemented in here also, sir. So whenever we raise query, at the end of the 30th day, the link gets disabled, and then applicant has to apply afresh, sir.
Okay.
Sir. So as far as
you are overstepping the time.
Sir. Okay, sir. So this is the last slide, if you permit, sir.
Please.
So the electricity duty being a state act, every state may have a different laws and provisions, but this is a scalable system, and it can be replicated across the states, and every state can do their own designing of the form, and it can be configured for any state. So that's all, sir, from my side. Thank you, sir. Please.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
I find quite interesting your initiative.
Sir.
But one thing which I am not still clear is why you see the moment you give the automatic clearance on the basis of documents submitted by him,
sir,
immediately you start the review also, and then you take 30-40 days in finally deciding that he should be paid or refunded or whatever the excise duty exemptions.
Sir, actually, in fact, the basic intent, as I said you, sir, that the applicant should get the benefit as soon as possible, so that the intent of the act is fulfilled. So
what will happen if you immediately give the clearance on the basis on the basis of data submitted by him?
Sir,
why review?
Distribution license, he will levy zero electricity duty in the bill, and that's how he will start getting the benefit. By chance, at the end of the process, review process, if he feel that he is not deserving or he is not eligible for exemption, then immediately the mail would be generated. Once we cancel this application, that mail will go to the distribution company, and the amount will be recovered back with 18% interest. That has been made provision.
In how many cases this has happened?
Very few, very few, sir.
So there is no need. Maybe you need to look into this.
Okay, sir.
If
Uh,
it has happened in say 1 or 2 cases, stray cases, then maybe you need to have a look on this. Otherwise, it is a good thing.
In fact, sir, our honorable CM had given the same, idea. He insisted that for the sake of 5% people who may be doing wrong, why you should not give benefit to 95%. And it was the inspiration given by honorable CM that you give in within 24 hours. And actually, the only challenge we faced in developing this logic. And earlier we gave benefit by clicking a button of 20 to the consumer, but subsequently made a 24 hours lag just to overview the documents he has submitted, whether the documents are relevant or not within 24 hours. Subsequently, we review the detailed things. Anyway, sir, we will definitely look into, and it is just a gesture of protecting the government revenue for keeping these
Right,
reviews.
but we have to leave the traditional approach now, and we have to have a modern look if we have computer.
Certainly, sir.
Okay.
We'll definitely think over it, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Heather Ali ji, my suggestion is that you design your questionnaire like this, that information is filled in objective manner in the when he applies you for exemption of electricity duty. Instead of uploading the documents, you just frame your questions like this, that he has to fill some information. On the basis of that, exemption can be given. So
Sir,
this provisional exemption has in fact little meaning if it is later withdrawn.
Correct.
Sir, as such, it is like that only. One has to fill the information in the questionnaire form only. But since it is related to the state exchequer, somebody may feel the false information, but we have discussed that for the sake of 5% people, 98-95% should not suffer. But that is the only reason why we have kept it like this. And sir, there are few aspects which are required to be evaluated. One is new industrial undertaking gets the benefit. So new industrial undertaking means he has to set up his industrial unit for the first time in the state. Then exemption is available only for the industrial consumption. Then he should be benefited from the date of commencement of production. And if the gap between date of production and date of application is more than 90%, that period elapses. So people inclined to declare the false date, sir. So these kind of things always we come across. That is why we have kept it, sir, like this.
But anyhow, you can review it,
sir,
and take this accordingly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
So now we'll have the last presentation of this batch. That is from Kerala State IT Mission, and the project is Muharram Digital Social Media Campaign during COVID-19. For that, I'd like to call Mr. Abhilash on behalf of Mr. Chandrasekhar, Director, Kerala State IT Mission.